Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. We're going to synthesize the major AI news hitting around July 10th. And let me tell you, there is a massive structural shift happening across the entire industry right now. We're looking at a week that literally redefined how we use AI at work. We're talking about going from a polite, conversation partner to an actual functioning employee. And the absolutely crucial realization we have to start with today is this. The era of just simply talking to a chatbot, yeah, that's dead. We've officially moved past the chat interface as the main battleground. Instead, what we're seeing is a full-throttle race to build what we call agentic workspaces. So AI platforms that don't just answer your questions, but actually execute sequential actions on your behalf. Think of it like this. Instead of just asking an AI for a dinner recipe, it automatically orders your groceries, preheats your smart oven, and blocks off the dinner time on your calendar, all without you lifting a single finger. That right there is the agentic shift.
All right, let's get into Section 1, Grok 4.5, the double edge.
So to really see what this new era looks like in the real world, we've got to look at xAI's recent release. But before we get into the good stuff, the very first thing you absolutely must know is its staggering 54% hallucination rate. Yeah, that's more than double its predecessor. What this actually means is the model knows a lot more now, but it's got this totally dangerous combination of being highly knowledgeable, yet confidently wrong. Spitting out authoritative-sounding but completely incorrect text is a major vulnerability here.
Because of that sky-high hallucination rate, it is absolutely vital we understand what Grok 4.5 actually is. So while it only ranks 4th on general intelligence and, clearly struggles with being a reliable source of plain facts, it completely dominates the board in agentic tool use. It's the top choice, hands down, for workflows that need sequential tool calls and action execution. Basically, it's a tool use engine, not an oracle. In this new agentic era, we don't really need the AI to be a flawless encyclopedia anymore. We need it to be a mechanic, someone who knows exactly how to use the wrenches and gears to actually get the job done. Now, when we look at the math, the efficiency gap is it's staggering. According to xAI, Grok 4.5 resolves these complex coding tasks using an average of just under 16,000 output tokens. Meanwhile, Claude Opus 4.8, it needs over 67,000 tokens to do the exact same job. And when you combine that token efficiency with Grok's output pricing, which is just $6 per million tokens compared to Opus's 25, you are looking at a massive 17x cost difference per agentic coding task. Seriously, 17 times cheaper. For a startup running thousands of automated coding tasks every single day, that's not just a cute feature. That is literally the difference between turning a profit and going bankrupt. So the crucial takeaway here is this. If your business workflow has an output validation loop, to catch those 54% hallucinations we talked about, Grok 4.5 offers just unmatched enterprise value. It's boasting a 29% mean pass rate on real professional tasks, putting it way ahead of competitors like GPT 5.5 and Opus 4.8. It's especially dominant in heavy-duty fields like legal, education, healthcare, and QA, basically places that rely heavily on complex, sequential document processing. Though, quick aside, if you're a developer over in the EU, you are unfortunately stuck waiting until mid-July for access while they sort out regulatory compliance reviews.
Moving on to Section 2, the workspace wars. This dramatic shift toward AI actually taking action brings us to a massive simultaneous escalation between two frontier giants. And get this, they launched on the exact same day. On one side, we've got ChatGPT Work. They're bringing a huge 15 integration footprint straight to your unified desktop app. We're talking direct plugins to Google Drive, Slack, Salesforce. But then Anthropic's Claude Co-Work counters this by just removing the desktop tether entirely. They launch on mobile and web to allow cross-device delegation, all backed up by the really durable constitutional AI safety infrastructure. Basically, OpenAI wants to own your traditional office desk, while Anthropic is placing a huge bet that the future of work is going to happen seamlessly right there in your pocket. And this brilliantly illustrates the new battlefield we're on. They're not competing with other chatbots for a quick 10-second query anymore. No way. They're directly targeting your IDEs, your browsers, and your office suites. They want to own those multi-hour, highly complex workflow sessions that used to require a human just sitting endlessly in front of traditional software. They don't want to just answer your quick trivia questions, right? They want to sit next to you and do the absolute heavy lifting for a 4-hour coding sprint or a massive financial audit. Okay, Section 3, Google's narrowing window. So while OpenAI and Anthropic are locked in this rapid-fire turf war, and xAI is dropping highly efficient tool use models out of nowhere, Google is rapidly losing some precious time. Look at how Gemini 3.5 Pro's delay is compounding. They completely missed their June 30th general availability target, and right now they're stuck in a limited enterprise preview. But here's the thing, the market is not standing still. The competitive field Google was supposed to enter weeks ago, it has fundamentally changed. And to make matters worse, now they are bumping right up against a likely August 1st NSO and CISA framework deadline.
Now, make no mistake, Google absolutely still has some real powerful differentiators up its sleeve. I mean, they boast a massive 2 million token context window, which is still the largest of any frontier model, and they have this deep think reasoning mode. So the use case for Gemini 3.5 Pro, it definitely still exists. But every single week they delay, developers are actively building sticky daily habits around new models like GPT 5.6, Luna, and Grok 4.5. And if you know the software world, you know that once a developer builds their daily routine around a specific tool, it is incredibly difficult to convince them to switch back, no matter how good your specs look on paper.
As we look ahead to the next 90 days of this whole post-chatbot era, things are going to move blisteringly fast. A massive list of third-party integrations? Well, that's just a promise. Actually executing flawlessly in real, adversarial enterprise workflows, that is the product. So based on all these shifting strategies and these powerful new agentic models we've looked at, which platform do you think enterprises are actually going to trust with their core workflows? Let that sink in for a bit. Thanks for tuning into this explainer, and we'll catch you in the next one.